Hello YouTube, Voices here, and today I'm going to make a really detailed guide on how to play cybernetics at the end of TFT set 3.5. It is another S tier composition, and when playing correctly should be easily top 4, most likely top 1. There are some requirements and some positioning trick that needs to be done on how to play it properly, and I will guide you from the early, mid, and late game on how to transition smoothly. Please like this video and subscribe if you do, and here comes the guide. So this is the end game composition. With 6 cybers, 2 mana rivers, 2 chrono, 2 vanguards. Vayne will be your AD carry, and Echo will be your AP carry. There's not much more to say about it. First carousel will be always glove first for the IE, or Last Whisper for the Vayne. Potentially another IE for the Aurelia, depending on what you get from the first orbs or loots. And yeah, let's talk about the early game. So in the early game, the ideal level 3, level 4 composition will be this right here. If you can have already a Last Whisper, just dump it on Illusion, is going to deal a lot of damage. I do not expect you guys to have Last Whisper, Redemption, and Warm Mogs by stage 2.2 or 2.3, but the components for those items that you can place on Fiora and on Leona. That's why I put Warm Mogs here. If you get a belt, you just put it on Leona. If you got a tier or another belt, you can put it on the Fiora to get the Cybernetics buff on both of them. Then you have different options for level 5 and 6. I like the Graves or the Caitlyn to get either Blaster or potential Sniper when you do find the Vayne, and we'll sub it in for the Lucian, like so. And then in this case, you would have 2 Snipers. So pretty standard early game stuff. Vayne should do enough damage to carry you in the early game. This is the idea early game. With Fiora, Leona, and the Lucian, you can find another Vanguard and you should be able to win streak from here. Now, let's talk about the mid game, because this is where it gets interesting and where you have to adapt. So we have seen the potential level 4, level 5 here, so I'm going to talk here about level 6 to 8. Ideally, you are starting to get those items on the Vayne, and if you have some AP items, or maybe even a blue buff, or a Rabadon, Morello, whatever it is, you just dump it on the Lucian. If you do have tank items like Z0 or anything like that, you put it on the Leona or the Vi. So at this point, you have many choices, because you should not get 6 cybers this early unless you hire Aurelia or Neko at level 7. But we should not count on that to be able to win. So you have different options from here. If you did find the Kate, you can have snipers, which is really good. So the goal here is at 4-1 to go level 7 and roll until you get Aurelia. Preferably to 0, but do not just get stuck on the Aurelia and getting the 6 cybernetic buff. If you do not get Aurelia, you can be picking Wukong. Why? Because Wukong will give you Vanguard with Leona and a chrono with Caitlyn. And it is in your end game composition anyway, so you should pick it up if you don't find Aurelia. You can also pick up Blitz. It gives you with the Vi, Chrono, and Brawler. So do not just roll for just Aurelia, you need to be open-minded. If you do not get 6 cybernetics, it is okay. Try to put something until you get the Aurelia. At 4-1, I will recommend go to 7 and roll to 0 to find it. If you're unlucky and don't find it, you can place a Wukong, a Blitz, and Blaster, maybe like Jinx for the Lucian carry, maybe another Sniper with Ashe. It just depends on what you roll. Just be open-minded. Yeah, that is basically it for this part. Once you get the 6 cybers, just transition to whatever you had before and go 6 cybers because it will be your best mid to end game, at least to level 8. Once you have 6 cybers and Vayne 2, you can go fast 8. Now let's talk about your level 8 to 9, because that's when you should roll for potential final upgrades on the Aurelia, the Wukong, and a better chance I should say, to find the Echo and the Trash. So if you do have already Aurelia and Wukong upgrades and you didn't find the Echo and Trash, the question becomes, do you go to 9 or do you keep rolling at 8 until you find those two? Well, if you do have pretty much everything upgraded, you should be able to win those fights and go level 9, because the Vayne, especially with those items, should be able to carry you pretty easily. Especially if you have another redemption here, maybe a Zephyr on second redemption on the Vi. Any tank items ready to be able to give the Vayne enough time to kill everything. And then once you do level 9, you can roll and then you substitute the Caitlyn with the Trash and substitute the Lucian with Echo. So now that you are level 9 with this composition right here, right, you can put Echo here, Trash wherever. I like mana rivers on both sides so it gets equally applied. Now what you have to worry about are the Trash targets to be pulled from your bench. So there's many that are really good. They don't have to be 5 cost. Of course, if you can have Urgot 2, that's fantastic. If you can have maybe a Soraka is good as well. But another good options that are way cheaper are Blitz, Ashe, right? The stun should give you even more time for the Vayne to carry, and Blitz can pull maybe a carry that was not pulled before, so that can be really good as well. Something to think about also is what happens if you're in the Spatula Galaxy. What do you do? So you have two options. The first option, which I think is the best, is Enter Trader Aurelia. This is like really, really good on her. It gives her more attack speed. She gets more resets. She will be probably your first carry if you get Enter Trader on her. It's really, really, really strong. After that, if you don't get the bow for it, but you get a sword, you can go Blade Master Vayne. Because if she gets the proc from the Blade Master, she will be attacking really fast and doing a lot of damage. So those are the two spots that I would do in this comp that are really good. At level 9, the only thing that you have to care about are the blitz to put your vein away. In this case, if that happens, you can just put Vi here, trash here, your vein is safe, and then you can just switch the vein and Vi depending on where you want your echo to jump. But that is basically it, guys. Cyberetics is definitely one of the best comp if you pull it all together online. Level 9 with Echo 2, Trash 2. Trash 2, you just focus on good units to be pulled. People, basically units that gives you more time to let your Vayne and the Echo do the damage. So I will remind you, Blitz, Ash are really good. Urgot 2 is insane. Those I think are the best. Maybe even Nautilus, Raken for the stun. If you get them, anything that can give you more time is actually really good. Not just R5 cost. Yeah. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below or in my Discord. You can have the link, invite to it in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next one.